today's a very special day. What are we doing today, Mason?
We're going to go to a second practice of the Space Coast Blast.
And what else?
I'm going to meet a very special friend that I met through my mental health awareness challenge.
Yes, a little bit of our own mental health awareness between Mason and Mr. Rhett. And he will also be talking a little bit about the tragedy that happened to them in their life earlier this year and why mental health awareness is so important to him and to his family. So stay tuned.
Some people make your day better, and some people make your life better.
Oh.
Thanks for being someone who does both. You are such an inspiration. I am very happy we met, that we can call you a friend. Rhett,
Malina.
and family.
You're welcome.
All right, a good book.
When you are brave.
You know what we're going to be doing with these.
And we will rock your classmates. Ooh. Oh wait, let's do one. It is a typeset. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
This is the 80th day to raise mental thorns, such as PTSD, anxiety, and depression. And here I'm with Rhett, my buddy. Okay, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
How old was your son? What were some of the things that he really loved to do?
You want to start?
Sure. His name is Jacob. And he was 27. Honestly, his favorite thing was music, guitar, and writing. He loved to write.
Reading.
And reading.
Yes.
But he was pretty much self-taught guitar. Rhett plays. So you were self-taught too.
Mhm.
So it was kind of a shared love.
So something
For
you guys
music.
did together?
Sometimes, but he really had his own unique style. So he made his music his, you know.
Right.
And even all the lyrics, he wrote his own songs. You know, he didn't usually take other songs. He actually made his own complete songs with music and lyrics. So yeah, he was very talented, very creative. That was his skill set. Is he was very creative
Did you
kid.
go to college?
No.
No? Okay.
So Jacob's mental health challenges really prevented him. He struggled all throughout school. Even when he was really young, we knew that there was some problems. We didn't know what they were, and he went through all sorts of tests, and they weren't quite sure why he had such a hard time trying to learn. You know, and they thought it might be ADD or ADHD, and he did try some different medications. And he just had a hard time focusing. And I think that's part of the reason he liked books so much, is it took him away from the reality of day-to-day life, and it took him into the worlds that he really loved to see. And so did music. Music allowed him to sort of share his feelings. He also journaled a lot, so he kept all of his thoughts in his journals.
That's how he expressed himself then.
Yes.
Through his music and through his
Yeah, so, that was some of the hard things, though. We were just talking on the way here today that, we got some of his journals back, and you get to see some of what he was struggling with, and
Things that he didn't
share. Right.
Everything was in his journal. He didn't share those thoughts with us. So that's hard to reconcile.
Because you didn't know, he
Because we
didn't
didn't
express
know.
it to you that he was having
Right.
issues.
Right.
Yeah. But he's an adult, so that's the hard part, is he chose that he wanted to live back up in New York with his friends and figure out how to make it on his own without our help. But it was a real struggle for him. And he was, what would you say, enrolled or whatever in some programs in New York State to try and help him with some of the mental health
Right.
challenges that he had. And as parents, we had to rely on them providing him with the help that he needed. And that was the hardest part for us. Is, as parents, you hope that your kids tell you everything, but they probably aren't. And you try to read between the lines as to what's going on with them.
And you try to trust the professionals that they're
Right.
going to do the things that need to be done for your child.
So through this, at least he knew, and you all as a team unit were trying to get him that help. So in a way,
Yes.
the professionals kind of let you down.
Big time. Big time. Health advocate, basically, so that we could continue being informed on what was going on. But when he changed, he was often it was delayed. So we were trying to talk with the counselors and find out where he was really at. And before he took his life, we knew things were really bad. We knew that he was reaching out for help. He told people he needed to get put into an institution, and
They didn't do it.
and they wouldn't do it. They refused. That these different programs that he was in, they all told him he had to go back to his books and go through his exercises. And the night that this happened, he actually had a person that he lived with call to get help. He knew that there was a problem, and he was actually admitted to the hospital. And while he was in the hospital, he told them that he intended to kill himself. And he told them at the hospital, and 7 hours later, they let him go on his own word that he was not
He
going to
said
do
he
it.
changed his mind. I don't know if I want to say trusted that. He took him at his word and released him.
So we're really angry. How do you take someone suffering with psychosis and with mental health problems and allow them to basically determine if they have the right of mind to leave the hospital when they check themselves in saying that they were done? And later in his journal, we discovered he had wrote that he lied to the doctors. He actually wrote that before he took his life. So we did pursue a lawsuit, and unfortunately, because it's a state-funded hospital, the doctors are all protected. So there's not much that we can do right now to try and address the problem other than raise awareness, and that's why, and I'm such an advocate of awareness. That's all we have right now to try and make a change, because unfortunately our systems are letting
People
we love down. We have to be there for each other.
You, Mom and Dad, for being the advocate in all this, in such an just unbelievable tragedy that the system let you down. but yet you can try and find good, if you could say, out of it to help other people and raise that awareness and be a voice for your son.
Right.
Because he tried to be the voice and he wasn't listened to.
Right.
But now you're taking that and he's given it to you to continue on in his name for other people. And that is just amazing. Amazing.
That's all you can. This world is so divisive today. We look at the news and everything that you see is people hating each other. Nobody taking the time to learn to really understand each other.
Get to know the other person.
Yeah, and just showing love, regardless of whether you. Yes, learning in the world we live in today how to love and care for each other, even through the divisiveness. Even when the media is promoting hatred towards each other, in my opinion, we've lost our ability to learn how to care and love for each other, and that's where I think seeing someone like Mason, who was showing care for other people, was an inspiration to me.
So where did you meet? How did you guys meet?
Well, one day I was doing my push-up challenge.
And what's the push-up challenge for?
To spread mental health awareness, such as PTSD, anxiety, and depression. And then one day, I was looking for someone to nominate, and I found him.
Yeah.
Yep. And then I nominated him, and then he did it the next day.
Yeah. We took right off on it, and we met Mr. Rhett through Coach Brad, and you saw Mason because Mason had nominated Coach Brad too, and I guess you started tracking him that way, and it was something that just really
the fact
inspired you. And
the next video, I think, is what you guys pointed to, some of what the challenges you had, and it really allowed me to connect with Mason and with you, and again, to have the ability to show care for someone even if you don't know them, and I think that care has shown how it spreads, and you have a chance to actually get and form a personal connection with people who really need it, on both sides. Mason has been, I love that he's such a loving kid already, and I just met him. And, I'm so happy to be a part of your life, and I hope you're happy that I'm a part of your life, and us, my wife too.
Yep.
And I'd love for you to meet our kids too. So that's next, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Harry, on the way here today, he had already said, "Is this the only time we're going to see him? Are we going to see him again?" I said, "I bet you we can make plans that, that we can meet up here and there. That's not an issue."
Yes, for sure. This is not the only time. I'm really thankful.
We appreciate and thank you for opening up and reaching out too, and being that advocate, and making sure that you were there for each other, which is so important, that it doesn't divide you, that it brings you closer together, and your other children and your family.
Right.
That's part of advocacy too.
Yeah. Yes.
Taking up the cross.
Yeah.
Big burden and big cross, and you're doing it together.
Yeah.
Finding joy.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
And adding
And thank you. Thank you.
Give y'all big,
All right. Big hugs.
Big hugs. I think this will be a friendship for a lifetime.
Yes,
Yeah,
it will.
so.
Yes, it will.
I feel like you guys are almost part of our family, and I haven't even really said much or connected, but I follow the whole thing, and I just feel like you guys are part of our family. So, welcome to our family.
Thank you. I like big work family. So what we're going to do now is we made plans today to stay after our hockey practice and come watch Mr. Rhett play some hockey.
Yes.
And tomorrow's his birthday.
Oh, boy.
So big birthday present to you for staying and watching and cheering him on. Woo!
I need it. I'm getting old. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to do this. But thank you. All right, big hugs.
Let's sing happy birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do that. You ready, Ben?
Sure.
On three. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday
to you. Cha cha cha.
Happy birthday
to you. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday, Mr. Red. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha.
Very good.
Nice, Red. That's it, Red.
Oh, Rhett. Oh, did he get it?
I think he did. You can do it. Oh.
Go, Rhett. In honor and memory of all of those who've been affected by mental health issues, we hope that you will stop and take a moment to contact your family and friends to see if they're okay and just check on them. You never know. You may be just saving a life.
Peace, love, and respect. Subscribe, share, and give us a big thumbs up.
Thanks, guys.
I think that's all I got in me. So, yeah,